Hello, and welcome to the Yellow Wall India podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Yellow Wall India podcast. I'm Sujay, and we're back with another season of this podcast. So, co hosting today's episode with me is Kaustubh. So, Kaustubh, can you introduce yourself again?
Yeah, hello everyone. Good to have everyone back with us, and would be really exciting season. Lot of new changes, so look forward to discussing them.
All right. So, we have a returning guest on the podcast. We have Nico from Norway. So, Nico, can you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, hello. I'm Nico from Norway. Thank you for having me back. I'm the president of BVB Norway fan club, and happy to be here again.
Yeah, it's really
Happy
happy
to
to
have you
host. Have
back.
you. Yeah.
Yes, special.
So the season is bringing a lot of changes for Dortmund, a lot of new opportunities, a lot of new players, a new coach. So a lot new is happening this season. Costa, can I have your thoughts on that quickly?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of new things are happening, and we ended this season on a high. So it was exciting time for everyone, and I think so. Marco coming is a big thing. The changes which he has brought in management, those are pretty promising. He is addressing the right things. He's speaking the right things right now. So I think so. It will be interesting to see how things pans out with Marco Rose. Yeah.
Yeah, Nico.
Yeah, same. I'm also really interested to know how things will work out with Marco Rosa. So yeah, I have high hopes again for another coach. So we'll see how that turns out. The first days and training sessions and interviews I've seen, it looks really promising. So here we go.
Yeah, as Costa mentioned, I think Rosa is addressing all the small minor details that we were lacking in our management. So that's something that I'm really keen on seeing how that progresses further. Also, if you guys remember last time Nico was on this podcast, he was pretty confident that Rosa was going to join Dortmund. So maybe today Nico is going to make another prediction which comes true.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think so. Nico, did you and Sujay, did you check the news which was there about Bild interviewing 16 managers, asking them who were the favorites this season? And other than Marco Rose, everyone said Bayern. Marco Rose was the only guy who said that we will be going for the title this time, and there isn't anyone favorite till we are there and putting our best effort. So that was pretty heartening to see when he was saying those things.
Yeah.
Again, it will be a tough season for us. On one side, for us, I think it will be difficult because our defense doesn't look really strong, and Bayern is still Bayern. I mean, financial, they are still light years ahead of us, and they are pretty strong. So um, the expected outcome is the same as basically last year. Bayern will win, and we will try to keep up as long as possible. But who knows? I mean, in football, anything can happen. So maybe Bayern gets some difficulties, and our defense magically becomes really strong, and we don't get too many injuries. So then everything is possible.
I think Bayern also having a new management on their side, it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out for them as well.
Yeah.
So although Julian Nagelsmann is like really promising as a manager, but
Mm.
Eden Terzic defeated him on both the efforts that we had at them in Bundesliga. So I have high
But
hopes for this season.
yeah, I think so. The overall season depends on the prediction. One prediction away from Nico's side, so things can start to move ahead. He has always been the lucky charm when it comes to that type.
Mm.
Nico, I think what Costa means to say is if you say that Dortmund will win this season, it probably will.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say this. I think we have a high chance of winning the German Cup again, the DFB Pokal.
Yeah.
But championship, it's just too tough. We will see. I mean, we can get a surprise. You never know. But for that we have to be really good, and Bayern has to have issues, which they may have. We'll see. But no predictions on championship from my side.
Talking about the defense, which Nico was telling about, so what do you think, both of you, like defense is something like we just saw Collins also now injured, so only Chan and Akanji are the only one left with us. And so what do you think now is like, do you think Dortmund will be forced to now sign someone? Because we were hearing certain Leipzig player also, or Mainz, Senjus planning to come. So after that nothing happened. So what do you think?
I think the defense is our problem at the moment. I mean, if everybody is fit, we have enough, and they're good enough, and we have some advantages, like Emre Can could basically play also as a center back. But I mean, there are so many players of these that get often injured. It doesn't look good. So if there's a center back that makes sporting wise and financially sense to sign them, then please go ahead, because I think we desperately need one. Also on the right side and on the left side, there could be potentially something, some players that we need. I mean, Murray is probably out the season. Who knows?
Yes.
Maybe Thomas Meunier will pick up a little bit the pace that he had in the Euros, but I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. So so that could be also a place where we need to do something. So, but difficult situation for all of us. So yeah, we'll see.
I completely agree with what Nico said, and I think this season would be a lot better in terms of schedules. I think last season the schedules were really messed up because of the pandemic. We were almost forced to play 2 games in a week. So keeping that in mind, I just hope the best for our defense, that we don't get any major injuries, especially for the major players who start every single game.
Fan also will play a big role, I think. So this time fans are allowed from beginning. Like last time also they were allowed. I hope the numbers just keep on increasing after this, because it's very important to have fans at the stadium.
Oh yeah, I think it's especially important for Dortmund have fans at the stadium. Maybe it was an issue, maybe it was not an issue, but I mean, you really could see that the opponent is also afraid, when they come to Dortmund, and there are a lot of fans pushing their own team. So, and if they are not there, it's different. I mean, it's like a training match basically, just in a big stadium. So yeah, we really need fans back at the end of the day, as soon as it is safe for everyone.
Yeah, I think that general atmosphere that the yellow wall creates, I think that can intimidate any team at any given day. So that would be a very, very big factor coming into this season.
Good.
Talking about the formation, Nico, you were talking about the defense. What do you see the formation? I think so Marco Rose will be more tempted to play now 3 at the back because of the defense issues. I don't think so 4 would be an option, with Hazard being a wing back and Guerrero being a wing back as well. So what are your inputs about that?
Yeah, I'm still not sure. I mean, most probably, if we have issues that the defense players are injured, then I think we will play with 3 back, not because we want to, but because we have to, because there's no player material left. But I think, for example, if Akanji and Hummels are available, then most probably we will have 4 players in the defense. Otherwise, regarding of the formation, I'm really wondering. I heard that Rosa often plays with 2 strikers, so that could be interesting, though. So who does he put up there besides Haaland? So So I'm really looking forward what kind of formation he takes. He did mention though in some interviews that he doesn't want that we play only one formation. He wants that we have several ones that we can play out of the box. So I think that's also the right measure. Depending on whoever you play against, you should adapt and put the best formation that brings hopefully the best success.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, what do you think? I think the Nico was telling about the two strikers, and I think so when we are recording right now, just at night, our time, it broke that maybe someone is joining. Haaland, a prolific striker, is coming, and maybe as a replacement also of Haaland in coming time. So, what do
Yeah.
you think about that?
Yeah, if you mean, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Daniel Malen, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the guy from PSV. So yeah,
Yes.
it looks highly likely that that he will join Dortmund most probably this weekend. And as I've seen, he has mostly played as a striker and sometimes on the left wing. Yeah, at the moment this year, I mean, there's still speculations of Haaland leaving, but I highly doubt that. So I'm pretty sure Haaland will stay one more season. So then it will either be Malen or Mokoko basically going beside him. If we play with two strikers, which I think is perfect. I would love to see Mokoko and Haaland together, and then from time to time Malen inside. I've seen a little bit some news, and I don't know how much truth is in that that Malen is not so fit for the moment. So often that it only reaches like for 45 to 65 minutes, and then he has to go out anyway. So that is something that obviously can be addressed and hopefully be picked up if he joins Dortmund. But still, I mean, with Mokoko and Malen and Holland, that would be great. And additionally, we have Tigges, if he stays, if he doesn't go to Köln, where he's highly seeked out at the moment. So then we have a good possibility.
So other than that, I think we're going to see a lot of youngsters step up this season. North made a fabulous debut last season in the few games, and he got the opportunity to play. He also got one goal, if I remember correctly. I think it was a crucial match-winning goal. So, Nico, do you think someone from our young teams from the under 23s can step up and fix some issues with our current squad?
Well, fix it. I would never expect that one of the young guys fix an issue for the current squad, but they can be a good addition. Like I think Ansgar Knopf, for example, last year he had some really good games and brings some freshness to the pitch and to the team that is really needed. I really had high hopes that we would get Collins in there, and now he got injured, and it's just a shame that this happens. And I mean, I see that people are questioning why this is happening, if it's other physiotherapists or whatever. And I guess at the end, it's a combination of everything. Like, what is training? How are the training grounds? And simply bad luck. Like he had, I mean, that just happened in a game, and yeah, stuff happens. And unfortunately, he got kicked out. But I really had high hopes for him that he would be, stepping up and help us somehow. For the other ones, I don't know. There are a couple of U19 and U23 player that have joined the what's called the training camp that starts today. But I don't see anybody there right now that where we could say this one is really somebody who's going to change Dortmund at the moment. I think it's really nice that they've taken by Noel Gittens also to the training camp, but I think it will be really early for him. I think he will just be in the training camp and then return to the U19.
What do you think about the tongue twister name of Papathopoulos, who really played pretty good as a defender
Yes.
in the test game?
Yes, I saw that. Yes, he was good, and that could be actually an option if we get issues in the main squad, that somebody's so like Hummels is injured or Kanji. So we have at least an option there. But I don't think that he will play in the first team in general. He is definitely planned for the second BVB team. So I would not have any hopes that in general he would be in the A squad. Not this year.
I think so. A lot of things, Sujay, would add up to contract extensions. We haven't really heard anything from contract extensions point of view. Even now, I read that RN was reporting that Delaney is also being negotiated with Dortmund now. They want to extend his contract
Hmm.
with them. So I think the contract extension will be important. Mo hasn't. I haven't heard anything about that as well till now. So what do you think? How many players would really extend?
Yeah, the only two that I've heard that people request is the Hood, which I agree. So if he can stay more, please sign him up with a contract extension. And the other one was Delaney, that apparently now they are in negotiations. I would also keep him because maybe not of his footballing skills, but he's just such a fighter. And in certain games, we need such a fighter, and he is just really, really good. So please keep him if you can. Absolutely. With others, I haven't heard anything else in regards to contracts. So
Nico, speaking of contracts, I would like to get your predictions. I hope they come correct.
mm,
There've been various news about Haaland having a release clause. The German media reports something, the English media reports something. So,
mm.
what do you think the situation is with Haaland at Dortmund?
Okay, as far as I know, and this is again my opinion, and I don't have insiders there. This is just what I have heard, and I believe is correct. He has a release clause next year for 75 million euros, and basically can go then anywhere he wants. This year, though, he doesn't. So it's basically Dortmund holds all the cards. If they don't want to sell, they don't want to sell. My personal opinion, though, is there was this rumor that Chelsea was preparing a 175 million euro bid for him.
Yeah.
I think if they really put this on the table, then let him go. I mean, this will just fix so many financial issues that we have. And yeah, of course, he scored like 40 goals in no time, but that is just so much money. So I think in this case, I would personally take it. But if they, I don't know, come with much less, so then I would say just wait until next year. Have in mind, if we get 75 million next year, and what did we pay? 20, 25 million for him?
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
still really a lot of money that we get also next year for him. And yeah, people could argue like they did with Sancho now, yeah, but you lost 100 million. Yeah, but I mean, if there's no offer on the table, then you basically have not lost because nobody wanted to pay that anyway. So yeah, I believe he will stay one more season.
Do you see Nico Haaland extending contract? Maybe Dortmund have their cards under the table like they did with Sancho, just to remove the release clause out of it.
No, I don't think that Haaland will extend his contract in Dortmund. I think this is his last year. So and
Yeah.
pretty sure he will move on next year, unless, which is really a topic, that we win something big, so like championship or even Champions League. But I mean, this is so out of the question. I mean, yeah, we all wish that this is happening, but I mean, there are so many big fishes out in the sea, and we are one of the smallest in the Champions Leagues, so of the top clubs. So I don't see this happening. I'm pretty sure this is the last season for Haaland and Dortmund, and which is fine. I mean, let's just enjoy it. So it's cool.
I think so. If Malan really joins, this will be a smart move by Dortmund. I think so. They're giving him a chance, a year to settle down in the league,
Mm,
and then he can take it ahead. That would be also very interesting, considering, as you said, that Marco Rose plays two strikers together. That we
mm,
haven't seen, right? In Dortmund, I think it will be the first time when two strikers would be playing together.
mm.
So it
I
would
was
be
looking.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just quickly. I was looking actually at numbers of Malen. So how has he performed in the first division in the Netherlands? And yeah, I mean, it's a lower league, but I mean, they still have play 11 against 11. So he has scored 40 goals in 81 games, which is not bad, and additionally 18 assists. So yeah, of
Yeah.
course, these are not numbers that, for example, Haaland has, but nobody else has these numbers anyway. So I think if you score in every second game, this is really good. So if he can prove himself and do the same in Dortmund and in the Bundesliga, yeah, great signing if we can get him. Also for the price. I mean, 30 million is not cheap,
Yeah.
but absolutely. If we get a goal for him in every second game, perfect. Sign him, absolutely.
True.
I think this is
Would be
one of the
interesting.
most expensive signings that we've made. I think last was
Yeah.
Hummels, which was for 35, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think Hummels is the most expensive one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Thankfully. Yeah.
looking at the business side of thing, I think Zorc has done some excellent business over the past few years.
Mm.
Setting that bar there and then
Decades actually.
yeah, actually.
Yeah. Mm. This is just a side topic here. I'm really looking forward how this is going to work out this season after, because this is the last season of Zorc
Yeah.
in his job there, and then Sebastian Kehl will take over. And
Yeah.
at the moment, we have on the side note actually, like he called himself the co-coach of Zorc and Kehl with Edin Terzic. So he has gone over to the technical director position. So I'm really looking forward to how this is going to work out. And yeah, what
I was coming to that, Nico. I think so. You touched the right thing. What do you see about Terzic? I think so. Is it too early for him to go towards this side of the football? Like he is a fantastic coach. I believe he has good potential. Yeah, but yeah, it would have been tricky, right? Keeping him as in the coaching role, considering the
yes.
Marco Rose and all the coaching staff he has. But what do you see with Terzic now at Dortmund?
Yeah. Um, I think they've taken a little bit of pressure out of Marco Rose there, because I think it's really difficult, when you have the previous coach in your coaching team that won a cup, and then, for example, if we lose in the go out in the German Cup pretty soon, then everybody's gonna say, yeah, but he knew how to win the cup and you don't, and he's on the bench as well. What's happening? So I think on that side, it's good that they've taken him out on that equation, but he still is in the club. So I don't think that side is really positive for Marco Rose, because at any point of time they could basically say, okay, if something goes wrong, Marco Rose needs to leave, and we have already the successor in the line. So
Yeah.
it's difficult. But I mean, the whole situation comes back to what I mentioned actually in the previous podcast where I was on here, that the Rose deal was already done. It was just not public. So there was no way around it. They have signed it, and they need to go through with it. And there was nothing else they could do. So personally, for Edin Terzic, I don't know. I mean, he's a Dortmund fan. He's really happy, basically, with any kind of position at Borussia Dortmund, and this is fine and really good for us, and also gives us a backup if Marco Rose screws up, for example. But for him personally, I mean, if he's happy, cool. But if he wants to evolve as a coach, then maybe you should go to another club. I guess he has more than enough offers from clubs and associations. But on the other side, he's so young. I mean, he has so many years in front of it. So maybe he just wants to wait out, I don't know, 2-3 years how it goes with Rosa. And if it goes fine, and then once his time is up for whatever reason, then he can come back as a coach. And then he leaves Dortmund after that. But yeah, we will see. I think they made the best decision at the moment for all parties involved.
Yeah. One small quick question for you, Nico. If you think,
Mhm.
hypothetically, if Rosa was not signed, would you be happy if Rosas continued this season as the head coach?
If Rosa was not signed, if Terzic
Yeah.
would, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what do you want? He won a cup. I mean, he brought a lot of energy back, and I mean, looked much better how we played. So
Yeah.
I think he would have been a perfect choice.
Yeah.
But I mean, things are how they are. So right now, Rose is our head coach, so I support him.
Yeah. Kaustubh, your opinion on this?
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how he pans out. Like Kale and Terzic both are Dortmund people and in and out. So now it would be upon them how they take it ahead. So would be interesting to see how things goes out because sporting decisions in Dortmund is very important considering
Yeah.
the players which we bring in. So it's a very big responsibility given to both of them.
Yeah.
So I think it will be interesting to see how things pans out. Terzic is good with people. I think so. He's good with players.
Mm,
So I think that it wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, it will be interesting. It's a new territory for him also to experience.
mm,
I'm just glad that he's still a part of the team and he gets to be there for us in case, as Nico mentioned, we
mm.
do need the backup. He's always there.
I mean,
So
yeah, I mean, on both sides, I think it's good. I mean, it can also be good for Marco Rose because he can go to him, and I know he does, and ask him for advice.
yeah,
So that is good. But I think it's better for Marco Rose that that Terzic is not on the bench with him, because then with every mistake Rose makes, and there will some obviously, then they will always point out, yeah, but maybe Terzic wouldn't have done that.
okay.
So there will not be the direct comparison between both of them. So hopefully that helps.
I'll just touch on one quick topic before we end today's podcast.
Hmm.
So Sancho left Dortmund to join Manchester United. How big of an
Maybe.
impact you
I haven't
think?
signed yet. Yeah.
Right.
He's
Uh,
gone somewhere.
yeah.
He's gone somewhere. Let's see where he
Yeah.
goes. He's gone somewhere.
He was at least not on the plane right now that went to
Yes,
Switzerland today.
Dortmund. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how do you think that would change the dynamics of the playing 11 for the next season?
I don't think that it has such a big impact. I mean, yeah, Sancho was good at his position and what he does and dribblings and goal scoring. Obviously, that part from him will be missing because he's not there anymore. But I have full confidence that other people will pick it up in one way or the other. It will not be one player; it will be many players or different players that will pick it up because yeah, Sancho was kind of special in that sense. But it's not that I think it was a bad decision or something like that. I mean, Sancho has also been 4 years with Dortmund. You cannot expect, and I think this is really strange from some fans sometimes. You know, when you have a player that is so good like Haaland or Sancho or some of these legends or really good players, that these have to stay. But when somebody is performing badly, then they have to leave right away. I mean, it just doesn't work this way.
Right.
But I think he has been 4 years with us now. He's young. He's in a different country. Let him go home. Let him do what he wants. Let him advance. I mean, it's totally fine. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Again, my opinion. Yeah. So I know other people's might think of it differently.
Costa, what's your take on it?
No, I think so. I agree with Nico with the fact that he's been there for 4 years. He's been very professional, especially the time when United last season was also trying
Mm,
to get him, and he was very professional there. He stood his ground, and now he quietly did everything. So he wasn't in any limelight as such, pulling things away from his side or misbehaving. So I think so. Vasquez also complimented Sancho for that. So it's been pretty good. I think so. He acted beyond his age also. So he is a mature player. It was really great and fun to see him play. I think so. He'll not be able to easy to replace. We need two type of people in one for him. He's a person who's good as a winger one on one. Plus he's a playmaker and a scorer. So we need two people at one. So will be interesting to see how Rose manage. I think so. Brandt will be interesting how he plays now this season.
mm.
So yeah, I think so. Things will be manageable, but yeah, players have to step up as Nico said.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there was
And
a statement by Rosa that said that Brandt was a plan, was in his plan for the next season. So that will be really interesting to see how he uses Julian Brandt.
yeah.
Nico, you were saying something.
Yeah, just want to say that just as you also mentioned, I think it will not be one person to who picks up the place that Sancho left, and that's why I think it's also important to say that if Daniel Malen comes to Dortmund, he's not a replacement for
Yes.
Sancho. He's an addition to the squad, and the squad in total will absorb the hole that basically Sancho left,
Yeah.
and somehow we will manage.
True.
All right.
So today
So yeah,
let's go to the prediction time
yeah.
and
Let's close
let
this
Nico
podcast.
bring his wand out, magic wand.
Okay, prediction of
Yes,
what? The season?
the season. Yes, Nico, and the German Cup. Both of them. Let's go for it.
Okay,
Like considering the current situation, Nico, the team which we have, let's say like only David Malan adds and we have no one else joining.
Hmm. I think in the Bundesliga we will end on the second place, most probably behind Bayern again. And in the German Cup, we will reach the final at least.
Yeah, I
Costa?
think so. I think so. I agree with Nico. I think so. I think so. Somewhere, I think I have some optimism this time around with Rose and Nagelsmann being at Bayern. I think so. We have good record with them.
Hmm.
It's only a matter of winning against Bayern and then being consistent. So I think so. It'll be interesting to see how we go out. And I think so. Cup should be a good place where we can really hold our ties and win again. And season wise, I'll be optimistic, but let's see. Second is for sure should be the target.
Yeah,
And just quickly on and Champions League, I forgot. I think round of
Yeah.
16 should be our goal, so passing the group stage, and
Yeah.
everything after that is a bonus for me.
yeah, I think I agree with everything that Nico has said. Second place in the league, finals of the German Cup, and round of 16 for the Champions League.
And hopefully BVB surprises us all and makes one step higher up, as we predicted.
Yeah.
If they do that
In
in the league, I'll
everything.
be really happy.
Oh, that would be great.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, it's due. Yeah.
All
It's
right.
great, Nico. Thank you very much for
Welcome.
taking out time and coming back and being the first episode of this season. It's always a great honor to have you with us and getting your insight. It really was fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me again. Was fun for me as well. And until the next time.
For everyone who are listening to us from home, I hope you are all safe. Keep washing your hands. The pandemic is not over yet. Follow Yellow Wall India on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for all the updates for the next season. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.